What's going on, guys? JSkeleton here with a brand new video for guys today, coming at you with some really exciting news for all Nintendo content creators. And even if you're not a Nintendo content creator, you may still find this video very interesting to kind of see how things worked for Nintendo content creators up until now and how they're going to change moving forward. Change in a good way, in an amazing way, my friends. And that has to do with monetization with Nintendo content. So I'm going to explain to you guys how things work, how things are changing moving forward, and you guys can get a little bit of behind the scenes of how things work for Nintendo content creators if you're not a content creator yourself. And if you are a content creator, then you're gonna rejoice with the rest of us content creators, because man, oh man, is it a good day, my friends. So basically, the way monetization worked for Nintendo content before was very, very tricky and very frustrating, to say the very least. So if you were a Nintendo content creator, if you uploaded Nintendo gameplay, let's say, or if you used any of their promotional material as far as trailers go, often those videos would get claimed. Now, for those guys that don't know what it means to get claimed, is that your video can still be on YouTube, you can still post a video, but any ad revenue that you potentially earn would go to Nintendo. They're claiming that ad revenue because you are using their intellectual property in your video. Now, technically, legally, they are allowed to do that. Any single developer is allowed to do that, but the majority of developers do not do that for one reason, because it is free publicity. It is free advertisement, and honestly, why would you claim it? Why wouldn't you just, allow the content creators to do as they will with your game? Again, it's free advertisement, right? The content creator is taking time to not only play your game, but to create video content for the rest of the world to see, that may potentially boost your sales for said game. So again, it's never made a whole lot of sense to a lot of people why Nintendo would not allow it. Legally, obviously, yeah, it's completely their right if they don't want to allow people to be able to monetize their video game content on YouTube, even if it is your own creative spin, whether it's a let's play or whether it's like a montage or whatever it is still their gameplay that they produced that you were using. Even if you did purchase that gameplay, it's still theirs by law, and so they don't have to allow you to monetize it. But again, it just never made sense because it is free publicity, free advertisement, and things are changing. So like I said, up until that point, or up until this point, you had to be part of the Nintendo's content creator program. I forget what it's called. Nintendo Creator Program, I think is what it's called, which I was a part of, or am a part of up until this point anyways. But it was something that was less than ideal, and the reason for that is because the way it worked is Nintendo would still claim your videos, but if you're part of this program, then they would give you a cut. But it was a very, very small cut. I mean, very small cut, because basically YouTube would take their cut, right? But then Nintendo would take a huge cut, and you'd barely get anything left over from the monetization. So it was definitely less than ideal. It was very frustrating, and personally, I have done many different things to try to get around getting my videos claimed. Most of my gameplay videos have got claimed, so if you guys ever seen a gameplay video that I posted, they got claimed, but I posted them anyways because I wanted to post that content for you guys, and I wanted to share, again, my enjoyment of the game, or my thoughts on the game, or a tutorial, or whatever it was, with you guys. And so I posted it either way, knowing that I would not be able to monetize it. But for other things, I did everything in my power to try to get around it, like my news videos, right? So kind of like this, a news video, where what I would do is I'd post screenshots instead of like gameplay, or instead of a trailer. Sometimes I use trailers. There's certain trailers for some reason Nintendo wouldn't claim. Other ones they did. It's like certain pieces of Nintendo music they would claim. Some of them they didn't. I don't know if you guys noticed, I always use the same Zelda theme inside a house as my background music. That's for two reasons. One, I think it's just very fitting as background music. I really like that theme. I think it's a very soft, nice theme to have in the background of news videos. I don't know if you guys agree. Hopefully you do. And two, that was one piece of music that for some weird reason Nintendo never claimed, so I just used it all the time. And then so I would do that, and again, I would post screenshots most of the time instead of video or gameplay. Whenever I used gameplay, let me give you an example. Actually, the other day there was a trailer that I posted on my channel. Maybe you guys seen it, maybe you didn't, which was for the 3 new Mario Tennis Aces characters that are going to be coming next year in early 2019. I used some trailer footage. I slowed it down, thinking that Nintendo's not going going to claim it if I slow down, and I cut it up a little bit, thinking, you know, that would be a workaround. Nintendo Ninjas got it, they claimed it, and so they're getting all the ad revenue from that. So sometimes it was very difficult to find workarounds to actually be able to earn monetization on the videos I create as far as Nintendo goes. And so, you know, that's why, if you guys wondered why isn't he showing gameplay in some of these videos, or why doesn't he, you know, have a trailer in some of these videos, that's why, if you guys ever wondered that. I mean, sometimes for a shorter video, I mean, screenshots obviously make more sense, but a lot of the time it was, you know, that was kind of the idea behind it. And obviously, you know, as a smaller channel, personally, I can't speak for every other channel in the world, but for someone of my size, you know, unfortunately, I don't have the perk of receiving free games from Nintendo. So I obviously have to pay for all these games out of my pocket, which, you know, I'm a gamer either way. I love playing these games, but as a content creator, it's even more important to try to get as many of these games as possible so I can cover them on my channel, right? So I can give you guys some gameplay, some live streams, whatever it may be. And that all comes out of pocket. And the only way I can afford the amount of games that I do purchase is through the little bit of ad revenue that I do earn on YouTube. And so if Nintendo is claiming a lot of my videos, that makes it even more difficult. I've had videos that have done very well in views that have actually just blown up, and unfortunately got claimed by Nintendo, and that could have been like enough ad revenue to pay for a game, let's say, right? Like, I'm talking about, like, they really blew up. That could have been enough ad revenue to pay for a whole game, and I basically lost out on that much ad revenue because Nintendo claimed it, which was really unfortunate, really frustrating. And you know, even smaller videos, right? If you get a video with a couple hundred views, that still adds up, right? It all adds up, you know. Even if you don't earn a lot of ad revenue off that one video, you know, everything adds up. If you earn like $1 off of one video and then $1 off another video, there's $2. And you got like 10 videos that earn $1 each, you got $10. You know, that's just a really vague example, but I'm just saying it adds up, right? Everything adds up. Even, you know, 5 cents ends up into $1 eventually, right? So it all adds up. So it's very frustrating when it would get claimed. But moving forward, Nintendo is changing how things work. Very exciting stuff, and I'm gonna link it in the description below if you guys want to see the full details on exactly, you know, their new guidelines. But basically they're changing it so you can monetize things moving forward. The Nintendo Creator Program that I previously mentioned is actually going to be ending at the end of December. There's not going to be any point for it anymore because, again, they're lifting their rules that you know, they monetize it, and that the only way to earn a little bit of ad revenue would be through the Creators Program. Now they're giving basically full access the way you know, other companies pretty much do with as far as posting content on YouTube. The only thing that they basically say is that if you basically copy paste something directly from Nintendo, let's say like Nintendo uploads a piece of gameplay and you just re-upload that, like, you're not adding anything to it, there's no edits, there's no commentary, you're just re-uploading something, then at that point Nintendo will claim something like that. But if you're adding like commentary, so let's say there's a trailer that drops, and I use that as background footage for a video while I'm commentating, then they shouldn't claim something like that. Or if I use gameplay, you know, like a let's play or whatever else, that should not get claimed anymore either. So moving forward, that's very exciting for Nintendo content creators. Doesn't matter if you're small or big. Like I said, you know, monetization, you know, it adds up, right? It adds up. If you just make a few cents off every single video, eventually you make $1, eventually you make $10, and, you know, eventually, you know, you get a little bit of extra pocket change. And again, for smaller channels that don't have the perk of actually being able to receive free games from a company like Nintendo, which hopefully one day we can get to that point, which can, you know, save a lot of money. But if you're smaller, then obviously you rely a lot on ad revenue to be able to feed back into your channel, right? To be able to buy the games to cover on your channel, to be able to stream them, to make videos, whatever, you know, to be able to eventually, hopefully, you know, upgrade your gear, things like that. You know, there's a lot of things that go into, you know, content creation. You know, sometimes you have to upgrade your PC, or you have to get, you know, something breaks down, whatever, you know what I mean? There's always something. So it's very exciting that Nintendo is changing the way things work. And I'm excited personally. Again, I didn't want to make this video super long. I ended up making it pretty lengthy, I apologize, but I wanted to kind of really explain to you guys, you know, how it worked before, how it's changing. So again, as long as your content is unique, it's creative to itself, Nintendo should not be claiming it anymore. And again, they're saying you're only permitted to use Nintendo game content that has been officially released or from promotional materials such as product trailers or Nintendo Directs. So if you use that again as like background or whatever in a unique way, and it's not just you're re-uploading their gameplay or whatever, then you're safe. So pretty awesome stuff. Again, I'm really excited, my friends. I'm super excited. If you want the full details, I'm gonna be linking the article down in the description below if you want the full guidelines. Again, I apologize if I made this video super lengthy, but I really wanted to go in depth with kind of explaining to you guys why this is such an amazing thing for Nintendo content creators and why this is just an amazing day. So you guys have, my friends, a little bit of a look into how things have worked previously and how things are going to work moving forward for Nintendo content creators. Let me know what you think about it all in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, smash like, subscribe, the comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. Hit the notification bell, guys. I'm going to upload to catch you guys very soon. Another one like always. Until then, game on.